Yo, what's up? It's DNA for sure, and this video is about improving your overall quality of life and how how to do that the easiest way. Now, everybody is a parent in some way, whether you have an actual child or you have a responsibility to the people at your job, or if you have an advice column, whatever. If you have a plant, if you have a pet, but to ensure that your quality of life improves, you have to learn how to be a parent to yourself. You have to treat yourself like you are your own child. You have to treat yourself like you are your own parent. You have to speak to yourself, treat your body as if you are speaking to the child that you don't have or do have. Would you, if if I was a parent, I would not want my kid to smoke cigarettes. No matter how old that child or adult was, I wouldn't want him to drink every day. I wouldn't want him to eat unhealthily. So you have to say to yourself, you shouldn't be smoking. It's okay that you do because you're old enough, or even if you're not. It's okay that you do. Me and you, we can work through this. You can live a better life. I want you to be able to do 50 push ups in one set. I want you to be able to walk up and down the stairs and not, start to wheeze, whatever the situation may be. If you fuck up, you wouldn't call your child an idiot, a stupid little bastard, because that is going to ultimately lead to mental health issues and personality disorders. So you have to say to yourself, if you trip, you don't call yourself an idiot. That's not your first instinct. You have to say, you know what? It's okay. Even though people saw us, I like to call me us. That's probably something. I really got that from Spider-Man, just watching Venom and Carnage. But you have to say it's okay. Nobody saw us. Even if people did see us, you know, our shoes weren't tight as they should have been. Next time, don't do that. Don't spank yourself. Don't put yourself in timeout. Sometimes you do have to put yourself in timeout and punish yourself in one way or another. But look up some parenting tips and child psychology, because all your flaws are either from childhood issues or something that was underdeveloped as a child, something that is in its childhood itself, even if it didn't come from childhood occurrences. But treat yourself as if you are raising you, because that's ultimately what adulthood is. You, the older you become, the more familiar you are becoming with your inner child and yourself as a potential parent. That's why a lot of the times females or vice versa or dudes don't want to mess with some of these females, because they say, you know what? You would not be a good parent. You're not a fit. Um, you're not a good fit. You're not the ideal mate. You're not a good selection for me because I see how you parent yourself. I see how you treat yourself as an adult. How would you treat your own creation? A little piece of you, all of your flaws that you haven't doctored, all of the things that you brought into this world as your own parent. I don't want you to put that into my literal child. I don't want you to put that into an adolescent. And I don't want my adult child to grow up to be like you because they are going to parent themselves how you parent yourself. So, in order, you are taking over for your parents. The parenting in the childhood never stops. The more that you nurture your own flaws or even things that you're successful with, even things that are qualities, if you're not handling that right, if you're growing an unhealthy ego or you're nurturing an ego, that's not good parenting. Just pay attention to what you you witness other people doing to their children or their parenting styles and skills. You know, if you feel like you turned out pretty okay and you live a healthy lifestyle and you're successful in your own definition and you're happy with the quality of life you're living, that's because your parents, even if they were good or bad parents in your opinion, that's because they did something that just fit your emotional setup, your level of sensitivity, your learning style. They did something to stimulate that, to nurture that. And if they did a good job and everything that's good that came from your current lifestyle and quality of life, then I forgot how I set that sentence up. If you think that your parents did well and they raised a respectable, successful adult, then what you do is you take over from there. You're doing what you think that made you a good person, a good, happy, successful, normal, healthy person. You do all of that shit every day, even though you don't understand it and you weren't really allowed to answer questions, ask questions. You're doing that. If you think that you had a horrible parent and that you were just a miracle child or that their parenting styles was just the opposite for your genetics or your mental setup and structure, everything that everything that they did horrible to you just made you a better person, then you just do the opposite. Parent yourself in that way. If you get a boo boo, kiss it. If you fuck up, don't punish yourself for fucking up. And in a unhealthy way, do what you think you would do if you had a child that was that made the same mistakes or broke the same laws. Do what you think that you would do or you would want to be done to you, but minimize it. If you crashed your car or you totaled your car, don't treat yourself as if you did that. If you're just treat yourself as if you fell off your bike and the tire popped off or whatever the fuck. And the inner tube got messed up. And just tell them, you know what? It's okay. It's something that's not fixable, but now we know. What can you take from this? I mean, as far as people that have loose, no rules, they're just gonna learn when they learn. If they don't, fuck it. I'm not gonna step in and take all the extra necessary. Then I don't really know what. If you think that you're just a naturally good person and you're just ethical and you have morals and all of that, that's great. But as far as treating yourself as a parent, as your own parent, or treating yourself on the flip side as if you are the child and you have to treat yourself like you're the parent. That is good in the way because my cousin always told me, you know, you have to do this and this because all those years that you spent with your mom, you were killing her in one way or another. Whether she's going to develop some kind of heart condition or whether she could have had millions of dollars right now if you were never born. You have to make your life easier in that way. And that's it. I mean, recognize your strengths, Recognize your weaknesses. Ask why not. Get to the root of problems. Burn them away. Go backwards and go up. That's it. That's how you live. Positive self-talk. Don't always punish yourself for stuff. You're not stupid. You're not an idiot. You want to love yourself. You want to trust yourself. If you don't trust yourself, it's going to be that much harder to rebuild that and to reinstill that confidence in yourself. That's it. It's DNA for sure. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Ask me more questions. That was actually a question from a viewer that I got in a PM on Facebook. But at my Facebook, at my Twitter, and my Instagram, it's at DNAYES. I stopped putting the stuff in the description, but I will try to get back on that. All right, peace.